In this video, I'll discuss conversation related to the family questions and answers regarding the family domain. You are listening to Ranvatan Gwala from the western part of New Delhi. In the previous video of the playlist of vocabulary, which is the first one in the list, I had discussed family, some types of family, terms used in the family domain, and some phrases and expressions used in the subject matter of family. We can consider that a discussion similar to a conceptual topic. Conceptualization or forming ideas about a particular topic of vocabulary is important before we go on to the next level of discussion or conversation. That's how I believe, and most of my videos on the vocabulary playlist will be synonymous to conceptual discussion. Now, before I move on to the question and answers section of this topic, let me relate to my own family and to the current discussion. When I was 5 months old, my father passed away, and I lost my mom when I was 25 years old. Let me move back to the ninth standard. When I was in the ninth standard, maybe I was 15 years old then. I had four siblings. I had two elder brothers and two elder sisters. Out of them, the eldest being from the sister side. My mom used to remind me that I had two more sisters who were born before me in succession, and that both sisters were beautiful, unlike us. So, if I talk about beautiful and handsome people from my family, my village fellows used to tell me why you got such a look when your two elder brothers are handsome, and then sometimes my mom would get nostalgic for my two elder sisters who I never saw because they had already left the world when I was born. So, excluding those two sisters who I never saw, I had four siblings, two elder sisters, and two elder brothers. The first elder brother passed away in 1997 and the second one in 2017. Now I have only two elder sisters, and one of them is the eldest one of my siblings, and both of them are elder than my brothers and me. Now let's frame questions and answers based on my family background. And then we'll move on to the general type of questions based on a family or any family. So let's start the question and answer lesson. So here we go with the first question. How many people are there in your family? Alternatively, you can use this question. How many members are there in your family, or how many people are there in your family, or how many people do you have? So I can answer any of these questions with this statement, um, like I have five family members, or there are five members in my family. Accordingly, you can also switch the numbers depending on the numbers of members you have in your family. Suppose, you have parents and two sisters. So you can say I have four family members in my family, two elder sisters, and my parents. In relation to my own family background, I can answer this. My parents are no more, or my parents are no longer alive. I have two elder sisters. Alternatively, I can also say we are three siblings, two elder sisters, and me. Or I can also say we are all three siblings, two elder sisters, and me. Regarding my parents, I can also say my parents are no more in this world, and my parents are no longer alive. After answering this question, if I feel like talking a little bit more about my siblings who are no more, I can say actually, in total, we were five siblings. Two of my elder brothers are no more in this world, and we are only three siblings. Out of three, two are elder sisters. Now let's discuss some more questions randomly. These questions might be used on any occasion and even in formal situation. So Steve, what are those questions? Number one, what does your father do, or what kind of work does your father do? Or what does your uh, father work? What is your father's job? What does your mother do, or what kind of work does your mother do, or what does your mother work, or what is your mother's job? What does your brother do? What does your sister do? Are you an only child? Are you married or single? What's your mother like? What's your father like? How is your father? And how is your mother? Do you have any children, or do you have any kids? Are your parents permissive or authoritative? Are your parents overprotective? Who is more overprotective, your mom or your dad? Do you help your children with their homework as a father or mother? Do you read to your children as a father or mother? The question, what's your father like, might mean different from its actual meaning. And it depends on people to people. Usually, either what is your father like or what is your mother like is used to know the personal traits like character or personality. This question tries to seek an answer on how much the father or mother is emotional, strict or caring, etc. Sometimes we might get confused and understand it's similar to the question, which is, how is your father? So, we should understand that the question, how is your father or mother, refers to well being or health status. And the question, what's your father or mother like, refers to personality or traits. The next question I want to discuss is, do you have any children or do you have any kids? This question, do you have any children or do you have any kids, might bring tears to the person you are asking question to. This is a sad question. Suppose you raise this question to a person who is married and he or she does not have a baby yet. So if you ask this question to that person who is actually desperate for a baby, this question might force him or her to suppress his or her tears emotions. So I suggest you to avoid this question, which is sequential to the question, are you married or single? Now, let's discuss another question. Do you read to your children? In this question, the verb read is used as an intransitive verb that does not require a direct object in this question and sense. Just after being used, a preposition is followed. Like you can see the question where the preposition to is. This question, do you often read to your children, which might mean that you are reading something or any book loudly, and your children are listening to what you are reading it aloud. Now, let's try to do some sample practice and answers based on the questions we discussed. So, let's try. How many people are there in your family? Alternatively, question, how many members are there in your family, or how many people or members do you have in your family? Answer, this there are 5 members in my family. Depending on the size of your family, you can use this. Now, my parents are no more, or my parents are no longer alive. I have 2 elder sisters. Alternatively, we are 3 siblings, 2 elder sisters, and me. Or we are all 3 siblings, 2 elder sisters, and me. We can also use for parents, my parents are no more in this world, or my parents are no longer alive. What does your father do? My father is an engineer. What does your mother do? My mom is a pilot. My mom is a housewife. What does your brother do? My brother is studying in college. What does your sister do? My sister is a teacher. Are you an only child? No, I have a sister, or we are 2 siblings. What's your mother like? My mom is very emotional, but she is very disciplined and strict. What's your father like? He is kind-hearted and very hardworking person. How is your mother? She is doing well. Do you have any kids? Yes, I have two kids, or I have two children, a girl and a boy. Are your parents permissive or authoritative? Mom is authoritative and father is permissive. Who is more overprotective, your mom or your dad? Answer: my father is overprotective. Do you read to your children? Yes, I do. I read stories to my kids. So these were the simple answers. I'd like to mention some additional points. We discussed the question, how is your father or mother like? We just discussed some words like kind hearted, hardworking, emotional, disciplined, permissive, authoritative, and overprotective. So these are the words that qualify for the answers when trying to reply to the question, how is your mom like, or how is your dad like? One last thing I'd like to point out to an interview question. Let's take my own case. Whenever I have appeared for an interview, while starting to mention about my family background, I used to begin by saying that my parents are no longer alive, or my parents are no more, uh, instead of saying that my parents passed away.